Hare Krishna. Welcome back to the series of discussing Bhagavad Gita. Today we shall be discussing the second word from the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Om Ajnanatirandasya Gyananjanachalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So the second verse from the 12th chapter is Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Maya Mano Ye Mam Nitya Yukta Upasate Shraddhaya Pariupetas Te Me Yukta Tamamata. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, those who fix their minds on my personal form and are always engaged in worshipping me with great and transcendental faith are considered by me to be the most perfect. So here, Krishna is responding to Arjun's question. Arjun had asked the question in the very first words. Tesham ke yoga vittama. Who are the better situated in yoga? The personalist, the devotees of the Lord, or impersonalist? Those who worship avyaktam, aksharam avyaktam. So Krishna is making it very clear in this verse. He says, Mai avesha manoyema Nitya Yukta Upasati. Those who are constantly engaged in worshipping Krishna, Upasate, and Nitya Yukta Upasate. And Krishna says, Teme Yukta Tamamata. In my opinion, they are superior. So this is Krishna's opinion. Now, this is the conclusive statement because the statement is coming from the Supreme Lord. If somebody accepts Krishna as an ordinary person or a person subjected to errors and rejects this statement, then for such a person there is no use of reading Bhagavad Gita. If we accept Bhagavad Gita, then we should accept in totality. And in this verse, Krishna is making it very distinct and clear. Only accepting certain statements from the scriptures and rejecting others is like ardha kukukti nyaya, a half hen logic. If a person accepts the back portion of the hen because it gives an egg every day, but rejects the front portion because one has to feed there every day, then the person will not be benefited. For example, if somebody cuts off the head of the hen thinking, oh, I have to feed her every day, I don't want this, I want only the back where the egg comes every day. So that is not very intelligent. So Krishna is making it very clear in this verse that those who are engaged in worshipping him constantly, they are superior or they are better situated in yoga. In the 11th canto of Bhagavatam, Krishna tells Uddhava, Satviki Adhyatmiki Shraddha Kama Shraddha Turajasi Tamasi Adharmatesh Ya Shraddha Mat Sevayam Tu Nirgunam. So Krishna is describing the Shraddha. Like here also in this verse we see, Shraddhaya Pariupetas. Krishna says, one who is worshipping me with, great Shraddha. So Krishna explains in the 11th canto of Bhagavatam the Shraddha of different kinds. Satviki Shraddha means a person who is very much attracted to Adhyatmika life, the spiritual life. So Satviki Adhyatmiki Shraddha. Shraddha which impels a person to be attracted to spiritual practices, that is called Satviki. Kama Shraddha to Rajasi. And the faith which impels a person to engage in fulfilling one's material desires, kama, that is called Rajasi Shraddha. And Tamasi Adharmaye, the faith which impels a person to engage in irreligious activities. Like, some, sects of people, in the name of religion, they want to create hatred amongst people. So those who get attracted to such religion or so-called religious practices, they are situated in the mode of ignorance, tamasi. No. But Krishna says, mat sevayam tu nirguna, ya shraddha mat sevayam. That faith by which a person engages in my service, that faith is actually nirguna. Nirguna means transcendental, divine. So, a person who engages in the service of the Supreme Lord is situated in the transcendental platform. Everyone else is in the material platform. No, either sattva, rajas, or tamoguna. So, a person who can engage himself in the service of the Lord constantly, that person is considered to be better situated in spiritual life. That is what Krishna's opinion is. So a pure devotee of the Lord is constantly engaged in the service of the Lord. Sometimes he would be engaged in chanting the names of the Lord. Sometimes he would hear the glory of the Lord from the mouth of Vaishnavas. Sometimes he is engaged in reading about Krishna from different books or literatures. Sometimes he is cooking prasadam or going to the marketplace and fetching different articles which are required for cooking or serving the Lord. Sometimes he's engaged in cleaning the kitchen or cleaning the temple of the Lord. No. Just like the example of Ambrish Maharaj. Savai mana Krishna padara vindayo vachamsi vaikunta gunanu varnane. No. So example is given in Srimad Bhagavatam of Ambrish Maharaj. Ambrish Maharaj had his mind constantly in the remembrance of Krishna. He had engaged his mind constantly. Savai mana Krishna Padaravinda. He was constantly thinking of Krishna's lotus feet within his mind. Vachamsi Vaikuntha Gunanurani. Vachamsa means his words, his ability to speak. Vachamsi Vaikuntha Gunanuvarnani. He was constantly engaged in glorifying. Through his mouth, through his tongue, he was constantly engaged in glorifying the glories of the Vaikuntavasis or the Lord of the Vaikuntha. His hands were engaged in cleaning the temple. Hari Marjanado. Karo Hari Mandir Marjanado. His legs were engaged in visiting the holy places. His ears were constantly engaged in hearing the glories of the Lord. So in this way, his whole existence was engaged in the service of the Lord. And that is what Krishna is saying is superior here. A person who is impersonal is sitting in the forest and trying to meditate on impersonal Brahman. He's also transcendentalist. He's also on the right path, as Krishna will be explaining in the forthcoming verses. But among different kinds of practitioners, one who is constantly engaged in Krishna's service, in devotional service, which is also defined as bhakti. So one who is engaged constantly in bhakti of the Lord or devotional service of the Lord, they are better situated as per Krishna's opinion in this verse. So this is the sum and substance of this verse. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.